Welcome back to another episode of
HR Won't Like This.
the podcast where we talk about everything you're not supposed to talk at work. And somehow, nobody called HR on us
Yep.
yet.
Fortunately or unfortunately,
Well, right now you're listening to part 2
Of
our HR town hall with the one, the only, the myth, the legend, Jose Raymond, our boss.
yeah, MD. Okay, so today's HR Town Hall topic of discussion is going to be about the worst boss/job you've had and what you've
You're gonna
learned
say
from
me
it.
right.
Oh,
Huh?
You're gonna say me right.
we're asking
Well,
you the question.
Yeah.
But you're gonna say if you ask yourself that question, you all will be saying it's me right.
No, I
You'll
have.
also be saying it's
I
me.
have.
Oh,
I have
no,
a Miranda
no.
Priestley reincarnate still living in Petaling Jaya now.
No, it's okay.
So-
I have a worse boss than you lah.
Huh?
Yeah.
This has only been your second job.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because at least now my second job have one boss. My previous job I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 4 bosses on top of me. So you're not the worst.
Oh, wow.
You haven't taken that title yet.
Wow.
At least for the both of us lah. Okay, Jose. That the age-old question, right? When you were, an employee, of course we all have this sentiment. Oh my god, my boss is crazy.
Yeah.
But what is
What about
your version of my boss is
crazy.
actually crazy?
No, actually, I don't think this boss of mine. I mean, there's only one which comes to mind, right? Because everyone else has been great. I've had really good bosses and mentors, but there's this one. Goes back to a time when I was a journalist, and strangely, I was actually on a WhatsApp with someone else from that period of my life this morning, actually talking about this.
Oh.
It's quite interesting. So anyway, this person kind of made me do things which was outside of the work. So like, give me an example of that. Like I was a journalist, which means I got to write stories and kind of like get out there and write stories all the time, right? But in the end, what I ended up doing for this person was I was collecting this person's mail from the office and bringing it to his house. That's one thing. For example, I had to...
Are you serious?
Yeah. Of course, I'm being serious. Why do you think this is? I'm making this shit up. I'm telling you shit which happened. So I had to
Did you
bring
actually do it?
his mail from the office to his house. That's just one thing. I had to ferry his children in my car when they wanted to go on a trip to Malaysia because his family is very big. So I had to be like the second car behind them because the kids are sitting in my car because I had quite a few of them and
Wait,
family
wait.
members. So I had to be like that
Chauffeur.
in my car as they were doing the trips to Malaysia.
My god.
I also realized after some time that this person, okay, so you know how in a media world it's like I have a story, I share with my supervisor, and my supervisor shares with the big boss, and the big boss decides, okay, let's
Yeah.
go and do this story, right?
Yeah.
I was always that journalist was bringing in a lot of these stories because of my connections.
Yeah.
So essentially it's like the chain of command, right? So I have got to inform this person that this is what I'm doing. And this is a story I'm actually working on. And, this is what is happening. So this person will then inform the big boss. After a year of going through this chain of command, I realized that when I tell this person that I am bringing in this story, this person is telling the big boss that he is bringing in this story and he is assigning it to me to do it. And you know how I found out? I was easily the best journalist in that year. But then for me, for some reason, my ranking was very bad. So I was like trying to figure out, how did this happen? And then I kind of like put 2 and 2 together. So I filed a complaint. And after that, I was kind of reassigned to someone else. Sometimes life is such that you will end up, when you do certain things, they'll come and bite you back in the ass, right? So what happened one day was, because I'm an investigative journalist, just in case you guys don't know, I am an investigative journalist. So essentially, I will always have stuff which I end up digging up and exposing. I mean, all you read TMSG, right? Okay, anyway, that's my current version of
Journalism
my old
stint.
self.
Yeah, towards the topic of sports.
So what happened was one day, and as I was actually heading into like a pub after work with my colleagues. Someone grabbed my hand and said, just grabbed and said, "Are you Jose Raymond? I need to talk to you." So I said, "Okay."
It sounds like
Like, yeah.
I need to talk to you. I said, "Okay, fine, but you know what? So okay, you give me your number. I'll call you tomorrow." So anyway, what happens thereafter was I met this person, and this person gave me evidence which kind of actually put that person who was my boss would actually expose some things he was doing. So
he was doing something illegal.
from an HR perspective, yes, it was illegal because essentially he was earning side income without declaring. So and so a lot of what happened was I had all this information, but at that point I did not know that it was illegal. But all I knew was he was implicated in the complaint. So what I did was I brought it back to my boss, as in like my big boss, and I said, "Look, this is what a newsmaker has given me, and because there's colleagues of us involved, our colleagues involved, I think it's only best that I hand this to you and you do what you need to do with it." And interestingly, so there was actually a board of inquiry, I think HR board of inquiry into the allegations, and it was discovered that he didn't declare that there was something which he was doing outside of work. So how every year major companies have got a declaration of interest, right? So we're supposed to declare whether they have any income from apart from the one income you're getting from the organization.
Yeah.
The declaration apparently was nil.
Oh.
So that's a false declaration already,
Yep.
right? He was fired immediately.
Damn.
So yeah.
I mean,
But at the end of it, right, I think my colleagues then came to a point where they concluded that don't around with Jose Raymond.
it's that is true, and also like don't around with government like illegal things, I guess. But like,
No,
but that one, it was a media house, so it was not a government. It was a
the lesson from Jose's story: don't around with investigative
Journalists, yeah.
journalists.
yeah.
They
because-
will find
Yeah.
anything.
very dangerous actually. Some of the stuff which I end up doing.
yeah.
So I think if you just saw, I went and did the blurb for the expose where
Yeah.
this athlete actually just complained to us that she's being bullied.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
So-
he did.
It's
That's.
so
Is there any during your time as?
Hey, what do you mean my time? My time is now.
No, okay. During
my time.
during your time when you have a boss. Now you don't have a boss.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
My boss. I do have a boss. My boss is up there.
the man himself,
I
Jesus H. Christ.
No.
Oh,
I'm agnostic towards religion.
okay.
So during your time when you have a boss, right? Do you have that moment where you feel like, I want to rage quit this company because of that said boss?
Yeah, like just silently giving up on
Yeah,
everything.
what do you call it?
Quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting or rage quitting because of a boss.
Never. I think I've told you, right? I've actually never had to go for an interview in my life.
Yeah, he's always been headhunted.
Yeah. Except for my very first job in the Straits Times where I was interviewed for it. But even then it was like a referral from somebody who saw me working in a small magazine, and then I was asked to go for this interview in Straits Times, and that's how I got into Straits Times. Because so from there, it's always been I've been headhunted all the way. So it's the best position to be in when people recognize that you've got a talent, right? So my talent used to be, I used to take photos. I love taking photos. So I used to take documentary photos. I used to take sports photos, and the other skill I had was I love to play with technology. So I was one of the first few who tried using digital cameras back then. So people always come to me and ask me to join them, right? Because they know I have a certain skill set. So to answer your question, actually I've never been in that situation where I wanted to rage quit and resign and leave, and because I don't think that would be the solution to any problem, right?
That's true.
Because you're always going to end up meeting people who you can't work with. But you cannot. It's never going to be a perfect place where anywhere you go, there's going to be brickbats, and there'll be issues, and then there'll be good days and bad days, and then there'll be peaks and troughs. Then what are you going to do whenever you hit a low? Quit. Then you're going to go. So this is why I said back earlier, to our earlier episode, that the best thing to be would be your own boss, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go through this.
Because right now, I think in Malaysia, the big discussion now is that Gen Z employees and some maybe Gen X or millennial or even boomer bosses, where these two different perspectives are sort of creating a boundary and also like a clash in the workspace. A lot of like not millennials, like those above, they keep saying that, you know, Gen Zs either
Lazy to work.
they're difficult to work with because they're so highly emotional and they're not able to do their job. And two, like these Gen Zs are also thinking, or they don't even bother to understand us.
Yeah.
I think we are like us, right? Use us as an example. I think we are kind of like almost in a mix, right?
Yeah.
I think you guys know that I also give a lot of space and I kind of understand a lot of the stuff which you guys go through, which is why I always ask for the benefit of, you know, let's take a day to think it through. Or like with you, for example, I said, you know, let's take a 1 month breather and see how we can position or how we can reconfigure.
Yeah.
I think there's always going to be differences in attitudes towards work. I mean, as you can see, I eat, breathe, live, work. Because when you work, it's fun. I love this. It to me, it's like damn fun. Strangely, it's very fun, right? And then, but I don't expect every one of you to be like that. Yeah, I don't expect all of you to be like that, right? Which is why there's certain boundaries which we organize ourselves on. I also recognize like how Gen Zs, millennials, kind of are different in their work attitudes, but it's sometimes also the nature of the work,
Yeah, probably.
which then brings out certain elements of our character. If the work is stressful, yes, I think it's always going to be difficult.
Yeah.
There'll be good days, there'll be bad days. If the work is monotonous, for example, selling a Ramly burger, no problem. You just sell Ramly burgers every day, no problem. But even then, you'll have one very, very bad customer who's going to come and say, that, you know, your chili sauce is shit.
Yeah.
And who asked you to put so much of sauce? You know, when I'm eating it, everything is like falling out. It's not nice. It doesn't look like a McDonald's hamburger, right? Then you have that one person who's gonna go on TikTok and, you know, slam you for your Ramly burgers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But so you see there'll be differences in the work which we do. So I think there's always gonna be a balance of how we operate, right? So unless, like I said, I don't think there's anywhere out there where there's a perfect company or a perfect boss or a perfect work environment. There's always going to be work in progress and how you get better and how you do things to get better.
WIP.
While
Progress.
while we also navigate all the changes out there around in the world, and, you know, so there's so much of things we need to figure out.
Yeah. I mean, now, right? I guess for me, I feel like our company currently. Why?
Checking the brand. Just checking the brand.
Oh yeah, he's starting his own
No,
podcast.
checking the brand. Nice, huh?
It's Road.
It's road.
Oh,
Yeah.
woo.
So like for me, right? This is I guess this is the only company that I felt I've started with a lot of Gen Z. Because Daniel keeps saying that I am Gen Z and I have this.
She's a Gen Z with a millennial work ethic.
Yeah, but then I never thought that you would behave also like a Gen Z /
Millennial.
millennial.
Oh, because I think I'm a 50-something caught in a 25-year-old's
Yeah,
body.
young
Yeah,
at
you
heart.
are.
That Benjamin Button case.
Yeah. No, I strongly believe so, because why I'm able to get along most of the time, you see.
Because companies in Malaysia, well, I just work at one company, right? Because I feel like a lot of people your age in Malaysia working in an environment where they're very
high
strung, very serious, very like. I understand they also have bosses on top of their bosses, right? But then they just doesn't know how to have fun, and the way they have fun is a very different kind of way that me, personally for me,
What would be their way of having fun?
For who? Those
I don't know. This person she's referring to.
crossword
okay.
puzzles.
No, not crossword. No, not crossword puzzle. Is usually like, oh, you need to, how's it, kipas pontut?
You need to glaze your boss up a little bit
you
lah.
need to glaze your boss up a lot.
You
and
know, like I think that's one thing that's like that's why you don't know, because we don't do this to you.
Yeah.
at all.
Because I don't want it, please.
Yeah, we don't
because
do this to you.
In
Please
a lot
don't
of
do it.
like Malaysian company, I'm not saying all.
Majority.
The majority that I've heard from my friends and also from my own experience, you need to be quote unquote friendly so that you get more benefit.
You
with
glaze
your
up your boss a little bit so that, you know, he will get you to where you need to go into the
Yeah.
career.
If anyone tries to glaze me, right, I know something is wrong.
He's like, what mistake does this person do
Yeah,
today?
yeah.
Did he take a nap today? What's going on?
Yeah, but I must tell you, right, that we had two colleagues who always used to ask me, how are you today? Huh? I'm not going to tell. How are you today?
Why do you care?
I'm okay.
No lah, but yeah, I mean,
I love like you understand me, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
in Malaysia, it's like that one.
Oh, is it?
yeah, it's me. Okay, there's an archetype to like how these bosses look like. It's always like they're in the mid 50s, early 60s, and
But that's not me, man.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
It's not my age also.
Yeah.
Ask Google. Google says I'm 40 something. Trust Google.
And Google is wrong.
No, Google's not wrong.
Google
Always
is
trust
wrong.
Google.
The
Heard it here
robots are
first.
coming.
The AI is taking over. But yeah, that's in Malaysia. That's why I think you don't know because we don't like it also.
Yeah.
Me and I. If not, how can we not have screaming matches all the time?
I feel like if we ever quit this job or we transition to another company, right, we would get fired
I think so.
the
Yeah.
same month.
I agree.
I think this
I
the
completely
the
agree.
first week, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first week, first
Week
warning,
you go missing.
warning
One day,
letter.
I go missing. I get
agree.
kidnapped. I don't know what happened.
Completely freaking agree.
But
Yeah, that's I don't know, Jose. Thank you lah for bringing
Yeah.
Thank you for what?
for bringing us and giving us the chance to take us away from the Malaysian company.
it's not just that. I think it's also because I'm speaking for myself here lah. Like being how I am, like how I look. I look like I don't belong in the corporate setting.
Yeah, you don't.
I know a lot of people say that I don't belong in the corporate setting,
That's why
but
sometimes I make you do nonsense. Like comedy stuff.
that one's because of you know what. But yeah, I'm missing my point. Wait,
He always uses us for comedy content. for
that's
himself.
true because it's. I think the more traumatized you are, the more funny you become.
You know, I feel like one of these days that we need to have like this comedy club for Jose Raymond where he
about to start.
Yeah lah, but it's not happening yet.
Wait until the office starts. I think he's
Oh,
gonna
wait
turn
until the
that
office is there. And
I
then
think he's gonna turn that into a comedy.
we
channel.
ask people to pay like $20.
No, I'll just use the office to do videos and put out.
That's Comedy Central.
Yeah, exactly.
Comedy Cellar.
Damn.
$10 away from
From
I'm coming for you. Hey, you haven't finished what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't look like a corporate setting, and not a lot of people, like especially bosses, right, would take that chance to say, okay, let's see what this person can do.
Yeah.
And
So, on my one-on-one, or on my chat with Miguel, Miguel is our other colleague from the Philippines, and he also has got a very interesting background, amazing. But anyway, so in my chat with Miguel the other day, he kind of told me something like, he thanked me, similar like how you thanked me now for giving him a chance. Miguel thanked me for giving him a chance. I said that's bullshit because I should be thanking you for taking a chance on me.
Cry. Hey, don't cry. Calm down.
Because I understand your idiosyncrasies. Which is why I'm very blunt and direct. I said, you want to do something else? Fine, but you tell me. Because for me, the company has got to go on.
Yeah.
And salaries have got to be paid.
Yeah.
That means I must plug that gap because I don't want to have everyone get risked.
Yeah.
So I take difficult decisions sometimes, but at the end of it, it's like, it's for the greater good, right? And that's exactly what I need to protect, the greater good. Because if not, if something happens, everyone is affected.
Is it because of the past that the things that you have gone through the past teaches you what you are now?
Partly it's historical understanding of history and understanding about what you've gone through in the past. But sometimes it's also about being a futurist, where you can see down the line that certain things could happen. It's called scenario planning. Scenario A, B, C, D, E. You prepare for every scenario. So every scenario, you got some things you got to do. So right now, I can tell you, I already have a plan. What happens if Aimee leaves? What happens if Daniel leaves? What happens if both leave? What happens if the Malaysian team leaves? What happens if Atika leaves? What happens if Miguel leaves? I have a plan for all of that. Right? So that's being a futurist. You got to plan for all of that. So at some point, all of you will have to plan for your future. So I'm built that way.
built different.
See, Daniel, we are in our late 20s. We need to think like him sometimes now.
Our age is starting to sound a little bit serious. Okay.
But we're not.
I know. So I'm having an existential crisis on a daily basis now.
Oh my God.
But any more questions on me?
Not from me. Is there anything you want to ask him? Last question.
Ask. Come on.
Didn't want to ask.
Wait. Let me see. Oh yeah. Nothing. I have nothing else to ask.
So maybe let's be different. I end up with asking you guys a question.
Oh
You
yeah,
can.
can.
Last question before we wrap.
So despite all the issues and differences we've had so far, like the shouting matches sometimes and the mayhem and the madness,
Public meltdowns.
why are you guys still working with me?
Huh. Do you want to take it?
You take
Okay, I'll take it.
I take it first. Let me think my answer through.
I'll take it. Okay. For me, the reason why I stay in this company is because the environment that is very different. Yes, this is only my second company, but I can feel like this company go further because of the environment that you've made for us. For me, essentially, yes, we have fighting matches. Yes, we have like a dip in our relationship, but the fact that you also take accountability for your own like mistake or your own whenever you feel like you have gone too far, that's what made me want to stay here. Because not a lot of bosses does that. Usually they would just blame people, point fingers to other people. But then there's you who's like, okay, essentially you're like my dad who shout and then you think about it and then you be like, oh, this is not what I'm supposed to do. Things like that. That's why I felt like, okay, this company can go further. Other than that, our friends, our colleagues, who is now my friend, which is very hard to find genuine friends.
Yep.
Even when I went missing, Daniel spiraled, Atika was worried, Julia was texting me, Shungray is like,
This is I miss waiting room.
this is Ivy's waiting room. And you were also worried about me. Not all company would do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And imagine being in a company where even when you're not there for a while, like let's say you're taking annual leave, they still disturb you because they just want to ask, hey, where are you?
Yeah, I just want to see
Just
that.
because.
Can you
It's really
can you
different.
point me where you put this picture in which folder? Like that. Usually that's the kind of questions you get during like annual leave.
Yeah, but then during our annual leave, it's like
Nobody
eh,
disturbs unless
is
it's
it
really urgent.
No, it's not nobody disturb. It's like the question is it, hey, what are you eating?
Yeah.
What breakfast do you have
What's
today?
for breakfast?
What's for breakfast? Hey,
Oh.
dapping ah.
Yeah, I was about napping.
Of course.
He
But
called,
annual leave.
he called me during the raya. I said like the evening pre-raya, right? You're tired. I was napping. He called me sleeping. And I said, yeah, now what do you think I'm doing? I know, I just want to disturb you. Bye. So
Yeah, so like it's a bit of fun, even though there will be times where it's a bit mundane.
Yeah.
But there are times where personally it will be a bit more fun than normal corporate job works.
Yeah.
So Daniel, what about you?
For me, I mean, I've come from an agency where the boss was crazy, where, essentially breathing down my neck, asking me what I'm doing. Plus, back then I was, I had no experience back then, 6 months. That was my only exposure to PR, right? Why I stay here still is because I think you give us, especially me, a lot of room to fall and grow and, learn from our mistakes. And sometimes those lessons are hard and those lessons are tough, but now looking back, right, from like our previous maybe screaming matches that we've had, I can see also where Michael, sorry, where you're coming from and what the intention was, and the reason why I think I'm still here also is because whenever you address something, it's always constructive. It's never personal, and it doesn't tarnish that person's confidence and self-image,
Yeah.
which allows us to, make more bolder decisions moving forward or take more calculated risks with our work and propose new ideas, which challenges us outside of the box.
Yeah.
And that growth aspect is something that is really important to me. And,
Okay, that's good. So on that note, right, if I ever die, right?
Ayo.
When? All you need to actually say all these things during the
Eulogy.
Correct.
Wow.
No, because at the end of it, it's our madness which will basically make you remember all of this bullshit for the rest of your life.
That's true.
No, I still remember. Do you still want me to bring that bawang when you?
What bawang?
No, he texted me the other day like, oh, when I die, can you please bring bawang? And I said, are we having a barbecue or what? Do you want me to bring the whole, like, dal or whatever? What are we doing? Curry?
This is our normal conversation, like almost every day. The things that you read through our chat messages,
It's
similar
crazy.
to this.
Someday I'm going to be outed for all the
Yeah.
messages in our chat group.
If any of us gets arrested and Google, like, the police goes through like our text messages, right? They will not be able to piece anything together. Like, what happened?
Jose, seriously, I feel like me and Daniel's, our friends, like personal friends, they usually be like, that is your boss, ah?
How can you talk to your boss?
How can you, huh? I was like, yeah, that's my
know.
boss.
I
Yeah,
said-
the crazy ass boss that I have. But
But the craziness is like, it's a tough love kind of thing. lah, I think.
And don't forget to read my poems.
Oh God! We have
okay, we will post that poem on our social media.
We also have Robert Frost here in the studio. the road less traveled by Jose Raymond.
Kupu-kupu terbang.
Aiyo. I forgot lah, but it was a really good one. You know that one.
You need to find it back. I don't have
No,
that
he
anymore.
said it verbally.
Aduh.
He said it verbally, and like we were going up there. I remember going up there at Fahrenheit, and he said that. I'm like, hey, that's actually very good. Once in a lifetime chance that he.
I feel like Jose needs to have like a weekly or a monthly like poem recite.
Don't give him ideas, lah. The office is about to.
No, so the other day when I was traveling around to Bangkok, Manila, I was actually writing stuff on in my little black book.
Poem.
Poems, music, songs.
If he dies,
I want that book.
I want that book also, so that we can read on our podcast. Be like the final words from Jose Raymond.
Yeah, anyway, tomorrow I'm on a flight back home, right? So
Oh yeah.
Don't. This is not final destination.
no, but that's okay. Anyway, that's a separate conversation about dreams and recurring dreams. Two kinds of recurring dreams I always have. My plane crashes or I enter a lift and the lift plunges.
Really?
But you can
Yeah,
survive a lift plunge lah.
yeah. Just lay down.
Yeah, just lay down flat on the floor. Yeah.
Yep. Someone survived a free falling elevator from the Empire State Building once because she laid flat.
Yeah.
But she broke all her bones lah.
Yeah. There you go.
So yes, this has been part
Part
2 of HR Town Hall.
With Jose Raymond, our boss. I hope you guys like this episode, and I hope you guys get like a bit more advice from our boss, our senior,
Señorita.
and our HR,
Yeah.
the one who give us all the
The freedom to get cancelled.
yeah.
Probably. But this has been HR Won't Like This.
If you love this two-parter, please watch the first episode on our Spotify and also our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and share. And also, if you want more of like crazy edits that we are doing, we have our socials on TikTok and Instagram. Find the links down below.
Yes. So again, this podcast was brought to you by SW Strategies, a regional public affairs and public relations firms operating across key markets in Southeast Asia.
And the company that allowed us to do this nonsense.
Without this company, we will not be able to do anything, and we will probably be 6 feet under.
So with that note, thank you and bye-bye.